Here's my first view of Mount Washington today. I'll be there soon. This is so cool. Good morning. I made it to the summit of Mount Pierce, which is my first 4,000 footer today. And this is such a rare day in the presidential range where the weather is absolutely, sorry, I haven't used my voice yet. The weather is absolutely perfect. If only I can wear my sunglasses. Oh boy, there's like, for now, no wind, no clouds. There's even a little bit of an undercast in the distance, which is always so cool to look at. I have a feeling today is going to be amazing. And it's just before 8 o'clock right now, so I have all day to play up here in the presidential mountains. Just so calm and quiet up here, and it feels like I'm the only one. This happens all the time, but just the summit of Mount Washington has a cloud around it. I find that really comical. But other than that, it's super clear. I keep stopping every couple minutes because it's just so beautiful in every single direction. I just can't stop looking at the scenery. I feel like I got so lucky that I didn't have to wait for a perfect day to hike the presidentials. This just so happens to be the day that I rolled through. Because on my through hike last time, I did take a 0 day before the prezzies, so it would be a little bit nicer, but oof, you can't get much nicer than today. But I did hear that the summit of Mount Washington still might be like in the 40s. So when we get up that high, it's probably gonna be windy and cold, but for now it's hot and nice. Haven't used this in a while. My mom said she wanted to take the COG railway up to the summit of Mount Washington today while I pass over, so maybe she's down there right now and we'll get a mom appearance when I get to the summit in a couple miles. Woo! We even got a couple little patches of snow over there. Woo! The first little peak of the Lake of the Clouds hut. I'm definitely going to stop in there for a little bit. Stop, the area ahead has the worst weather in America. Many have died there from exposure. Even in the summer, turn back now if the weather is bad. Alright, this starts the climb up Mount Washington. It looks far away, but I have 1.4 miles until the summit of Mount Washington, and it does look like the clouds are starting to roll over the summit, so maybe I'll get a good view, maybe I'll be in the clouds. We'll find out soon. So I just spent some time on the summit of Mount Washington. My mom met me up there. She took the cog up. We had some lunch. My lunch was chicken noodle soup, hot dog, bag of chips, Sour Patch Kids, and a Pepsi. Now that I put that all together, it's not the best, but it did really hit the spot. So now I just hiked down off of Mount Washington a couple tenths of a mile, and right behind me is where the AT crosses the Cog Railway. So I'm actually just gonna wait here until my mom's train comes down, and so I can wave to her out the window, and I think that's gonna be really soon. Also, not planned, this spot is where it's known for hikers to moon the people on the Cog Railway. And it's also National Hike Naked Day. I will not be participating in either of those traditions on the AT, but I just thought I'd tell you about them because I'm sure there's a lot of hikers that do participate in those. I haven't seen any today yet, thankfully, but I'll let you know if I do. Alright, summit of Mount Washington behind me, rest of the northern presidential range, super clear. So the presidentials we have left are Jefferson, Adams, and Madison, and then I'll hike down off the ridge. But those are some big mountains for the second half of the day. I'm coming up on the Jefferson snow patch. I walk right across that, but it's definitely not as much snow as there was on the last through hike because I'm a few weeks later in the season, but this should still be fun. Alright, less than a mile to the Madison hut, and that's where I'm gonna take a little break. Ooh, we got a view of Madison Hut. I've been super excited to get to Madison Hut because when I stayed at the Galehead Hut, they did a little Q&A, and I was like, is there anyone at any of the huts on the AT that you want me to say hi to for you? Because the crew, they're all friends, they all know each other. And so one of the crew at the Galehead Hut gave me this thing. I think there's like a note in there. I haven't opened it, but she told me to give it to the Madison Hut. So I'm gonna go in and deliver this super secret message I've been carrying for a lot of the White Mountains. Alright, I stopped at the Madison Spring Hut for a quick break, refilled my water bottles, and I cold soaked some couscous. I cold soaked some Fruit Loops cereal and had beef jerky. That was my snack. And I delivered the note. And now I'm on the summit of Mount Madison, which is my last climb. And the prezzies So Mount Washington is still behind me in the clouds. You can see like atoms. So today I hiked the mountains Pierce, Washington, and Madison, and the AT kind of skirted around the summits of Eisenhower, Monroe, Jefferson, and Adams. And now I have a long hike down back below tree line. This is going to take a toll on my feet. Here's the beautiful view of the ridge that I am hiking down right now. Before I go back in the trees, you can see what I'm doing tomorrow. The wildcats, and then it goes down to the Carter hut, and then up, and then do the Carters. And I'm gonna camp somewhere. And then Gorham is the town over there. I'll probably go into Gorham. Oof, still not done with the whites. So I'm back below tree line. I just want to say how thankful I am that the weather today and the views today were absolutely gorgeous. I can't imagine doing the prezzies when it's raining or winding or like the weather I had on Franconia. So super thankful that I got the day I did and didn't have to wait for a perfect day, but it was tough. I have been hiking for 12 hours exactly, and I have gone 15 miles. So miles in the presidential range are unlike any other miles on the AT. Like, they are slow. So I am half a mile away from the Osgood campsite. I don't know who's gonna be there. I don't know if it's gonna be full. I don't know if it's gonna be empty. I don't think it's one of the AMC tent sites where you have to pay or if there's a caretaker. So I think it's just a normal tent site like you'd find on the AT any other place. So I'm gonna do that. What time is it? 7:16 p.m. I think it's the longest day of the year. Is that what it is? It's summer solstice, it's hike naked day, it's all that. I did not see any naked hikers today. I said I'd update you guys, so no naked hikers. I was very tempted to ask the Madison Hut if they had availability, but I did not. I think the fact that it is the longest day of the year made me realize that, like, I can hike a few extra hours into the night. It's fine, it's not gonna get dark. And that just brings me closer to the wildcats, which I have to hike tomorrow. I'll see you when I get to camp. Haven't used this in a while. Is that blurry or can I just not see? Alright, so I just spent some time on the summit of